Hi, you guys, it's me, Mariah. Hi, how are you? This is your first time seeing my face? Hello. So, in today's video, we're going to be discussing Daisy Coleman. Now, for those of you that aren't aware of Daisy Coleman, born Catherine Daisy Coleman, born March 30th, 1997, was an American sexual abuse survivor's advocate, actress, and producer. Her experience of sexual assault at the age of 14 was featured in the 2016 documentary film Audrey and Daisy. Coleman also co-founded the nonprofit organization Safe Bay, which was aimed at preventing sexual assault in schools. She died by suicide at the age of 23, August the 4th. I really found her story to be fascinating because there are a lot of young girls who have been through certain situations like this, and also girls in general that have been through bullying in school as well, because Daisy Coleman, she was bullied when she came forward and spoke out against her abuser. The heartbroken mother of Daisy Coleman revealed that her daughter killed herself shortly after learning she couldn't have children, and that it was likely she couldn't conceive because of the rape she suffered as a teenager. Coleman, who opened up about her teen rape ordeal in the 2016 Netflix documentary Audrey and Daisy, died on August 4th after shooting herself on FaceTime with her on-again, off-again boyfriend. Her mother, Melinda, told The Sun that the 23-year-old had been told by doctors weeks before her death that she would not ever be able to conceive. She said doctors placed the blame on her brutal rape when she was 14 years old. That just shows how brutal it was, and they were trying to say it was consensual. That's what really gets me. Her mother said that Daisy had lately been concentrating on releasing music and on her follow-up documentary, Saving Daisy, but in recent weeks was receiving increasing harassment from a stalker. She claims the person showed up to Daisy's house a day before she died, but they had been texting her for months. She told me that he kept saying he was going to take her to Miami and put her into sexual slavery, and she said she'd rather die than that. Whoever this was locking and unlocking the door from the outside. She said of the day the person allegedly showed up to her door. First of all, I want to know what type of lock and key mechanism she had on her door for them to be able to unlock and lock her door like that. This is fucking terrifying. Imagine that happening to you and not even knowing who it is. I would literally be in a corner scared for my life like she was. Like, how can you unlock and unlock somebody's door like that? Unless she had like one of those, those mechanisms where you can unlock the door with your phone. But how would they be able to like get into that system to do that? I don't know. But her mother goes on to say they were running their nails down the door. I told her to put the sofa against the door and keep the dog out, and that would protect her. She was afraid to call the police because she said it was bad in Denver with the rioting and stuff, and she didn't want to call over something like that. She said that the police carried out a welfare check on Daisy the next day, the day she died, and she filed a police report about the stalker, but they deemed her safe and left. She wasn't in her right mind. I was basically begging her to stay with me. Melinda said that Daisy had not been able to see her regular psychologist, which was also affecting her. She added that Daisy had asked the family to carry on her work with rape victims. She left a message to me that she wanted Charlie, her older brother, and I to continue working on her mission with rape survivors, which we will, Melinda said. One of the last things she said to me was, "I just want you to be proud of me." I was always proud of her. Coleman spoke about how she was plied with alcohol in 2012 and raped in a Missouri house at the age of 14, but no one was ever convicted. Coleman, then 14, and her best friend Paige Parkhurst, 13, were raped in the basement of one of the high school's most popular footballers, the scion of a well-connected political family. Much of what happened on that night of January 8th, 2012 is undisputed. At around 1 a.m., Daisy and Paige were having a sleepover at Daisy's house when they decided to sneak out at the invitation of Matthew Barnett. His friends Jordan Zeke, Nick Gramontis, and Cole Forney were also present. Daisy's brother Charlie regarded Gramontis as his best friend but was wary of Barnett. He told her not to text him, but she ignored him. Almost immediately, the girls were separated, Barnett admitting having sex with Daisy, but said it was consensual and that Daisy did not drink heavily until afterwards. Daisy recalled being offered a drink from which the boys called the bitch cup, a tall shot glass, then being offered a second and not remembering anything after that. He used Nick Gramontis' cell phone to record, but claimed he thought they were just dry humping. The video was deleted after reportedly being passed around the school, but never retrieved by law enforcement. Paige's rapist confessed and was convicted in juvenile court, but it was only after a second investigation that Daisy's alleged rapist was convicted in adult court on the lesser charge of child endangerment. After the Netflix documentary aired, Daisy said she found it hard to listen to then Nottoway County Sheriff Darren White's clear belief that Daisy and Paige were somehow as culpable as the boys. He also slipped a note to the camera that teenage girls lie. Coleman had tried to kill herself at least 4 times in the past. She suffered victim blaming from the community. T-shirts worn by people in her dance class read, "Matt 1, Daisy 0." Social media exploded with hateful hashtags branding Daisy a skank, a whore, and a liar. And people victim blame people so often, and the long-term effects of that is tremendous. The fact that she went to the police, and even the police, this officer, said teenage girls lie, and also insinuated that she was just as responsible for what happened to her as the men, is gross and negligent on his behalf. But do y'all remember Brock Turner, the Stanford swimmer who sexually assaulted an intoxicated victim behind the dumpster? And they only gave him 6 months, and he didn't even do the whole entire 6 months. That reminded me of that story. So, again, my name is Mariah. Please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.